Hello everybody, it is almost 3 p.m. now, so there was kind of a big gap between my workout class and now. All I did was edit a video, kind of just hang around. I ate oatmeal for lunch and now I'm about to go out and walk around town. Gonna get some steps in, take a nice walk, and also do a little bit of exploring because one of my favorite local stores is having like a warehouse sale nearby, so I want to go check that out. And they also renovated their entire store and reopened, so I want to see that as well. And then I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I think today I might go to Trader Joe's because Trader Joe's is a little bit farther. That'll motivate me to walk a bit farther. So last week I ate really unhealthy because I was kind of in a bum state last week where I was just kind of confused what I wanted to do. I didn't really plan anything. I was not feeling motivated to cook. I had this whole like early life crisis, which I'll probably talk about a little bit more, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Honestly, it's not that bad. Like, it's just like an uncomfortable state of mind where you're not sure why you're doing everything, you know? I have a fresh outlook, so I'm ready to get back on track this week. So I have some exciting recipes that I found online and made an entire grocery list, and I am going to make them. I'm back with 2 bags of groceries and I spent about $46 on groceries this week, which I think is pretty good. I think I have to go to the grocery store and get some like Halo Top ice cream though before I finalize my grocery price for the week, but that shouldn't increase it by too much. My friend Amy invited me to come over tonight to eat hot pot for dinner, so I'm gonna go get some ice cream to go bring as a dessert. One of my favorite food YouTubers is Pick Up Limes. Watch her videos for all my meal inspiration. So she makes vegan food, but her recipes are absolutely beautiful. I made my grocery list based off of her most recent video. I picked the chili macaroni and the banh mi sandwiches, and I'm just gonna make a bunch of those tomorrow for the rest of the week. If you haven't had this frozen pizza from Trader Joe's, you are missing out. Over the summer, when David, Christina, and I were working on a Lulu camera, we had pizza lunches where we would literally just bake one of these, and it was so good, and I still love it to this day. I thought I'd dig deep into my early life crisis last week. Early life crisis sounds dramatic, like the word crisis, I don't think that should be taken lightly, but so I don't want to call, never mind, don't call it early life crisis. Call it like a questioning of what path I'm on. I mean, I think this is probably a common thing that happens to a lot of people transitioning from college into the post-grad life, because how I like to think of it is up until you graduate college, you're on this hike and there's a paved trail. So you kind of know that you're heading towards the peak of the mountain or the end of the trail kind of thing. You know where your hike is going. And then you graduate college and the hike turns into a giant cornfield. Cornfields are just the first thing I can think of right now because Midwest roots. But it turns into this giant field and there's no longer a paved path. There's just so many options of where you can head, and it's not a bad thing. It's a really exciting thing because you can really explore the world in whatever direction you would like to. But then again, the scary thing is you probably start running in the beginning because you're like, whoa, I'm free. Brushing your hands through all the tall grass, and then you stop and you turn around and you're in the middle of this field and you don't know what direction to head in. You don't know what direction you came from. Everything starts to become a little bit confusing. And at that point, you can start to feel like, what's the point in trying to head in this direction, that direction? I have no reason to choose left from right, if that makes sense. You start to get this feeling that you just want to stand still. That's a metaphorical way of describing what I was feeling last week, which is still pretty dramatic, but I guess I was in this mental rut and feeling unmotivated at work. It wasn't a crisis because I knew it was going to be short term. I just had to dig deeper into it and find the meaning behind it and how to deal with that feeling and make it better for the future. My parents gave really good advice. My dad said that maybe I'm just feeling like my work is too easy at the moment. I'm not saying that like, oh my gosh, I'm nailing it and everything. I think when things are too easy, I get really demotivated because when they're easy, I kind of just feel like I'm not making much progress, and then I start to lose sight of the meaning of all the work I'm doing. Thursday, I went into work and I really started to dig deeper into my work, and I have a one-on-one with my manager later this week, so I think I'm going to ask for some harder projects, and it honestly did make a difference. I felt a little bit more impactful in my work. And my mom said to really get more involved at work, which before I was kind of thinking work is work, like I should be at work to be productive. And when I tried at the end of last week, so it's only been like 2 days, like I implemented this Thursday and Friday, I started baking more social things into work. So I would go to lunch with people, go on walks with people, and make like coffee and tea appointments in the lounge with people. And honestly, it has made a huge difference. Good morning, everybody. I just woke up. It is 8:53 a.m. on a Sunday, and I think weekend mornings are my absolute favorite time of any day because everything is so relaxing. There's actually sun coming through my window right now, which is insane. I literally rushed to turn on my camera to catch the shadows it was casting because I originally got this apartment because it's facing the direction where the sun rises because I wanted those sharp shadows in the morning, but it's so cloudy in Seattle, I don't get it. But summer is coming soon and I cannot wait. But my favorite thing to do in the morning, honestly, is just to make an oat milk latte and journal or work my bullet journal to check in with myself and fill out my to-do list. I'm trying to set a weekly workout routine. I use ClassPass, so I want to like standardize what classes I take per week so I don't have to think about signing up for a class and what I'm feeling each day and go back and forth between classes. I'm also trying to do a video on that, so stay tuned for a video. 30 days as the same week of workouts. I don't know, and like review what that is like. Let me know if that's something you want to see. And right now I'm thinking, so Monday and Thursday mornings I like to work out before work. So I do a cycling class that's right downstairs, and I'm so grateful I have a cycling studio right downstairs. And I'm thinking for Wednesday to do Pilates. Saturday I go to this power circuit place. It's also a workout studio right around the block. They focus more on strength building and they use a lot of equipment, which I absolutely love because I feel like a freaking ninja in that class. Like you have hurdles that you jump over, you have weighted sandbags that you lift, and that's how I aim to feel when I work out, like a freaking ninja. Or a soaring bird, which is what I feel like when I cycle outside. Unfortunately, can't cycle outside right now, so I have to cycle in the studio. But when it gets nicer, I will feel like a bird again. Because cycling outdoors is just freaking euphoric if you've never done it. I highly recommend it. So right now, I don't have anything decided for Tuesday and Thursdays. Maybe I'll take them as breaks. But yeah, I don't know. My workout routine is always a little bit slower in the winter season just because when the sun is out, I'm high energy, I am ready to go, and you can just easily go outside for a run, which is not as possible in the wintertime. It's not cold here in Seattle, so I really appreciate that, but it is wet and rainy, and running in the rain is not super pleasant either. I used to actually enjoy it back in college because I felt like so dramatic running in the rain, and it really got me in the zone, but I think I've moved to a slower pace of life. And I'm like, that's just unnecessary. It's just self-torture. One of the things I never understood is dishwashing, because you have to like basically clean your dishes before you stick them in a dishwasher, right? So at that point, they're already clean. So why don't you just like put them out to dry? Maybe they're not clean enough. So like, I mean, I'm sticking them in my dishwasher, but I'm always hesitant to run the dishwasher because I feel like they're clean and running the dishwasher just uses more water and one of my soap pods. I don't understand dishwashing and how that's supposed to work. Oh, the moon. I'm notorious for always rearranging my apartment, and I kind of want to rearrange again. So right now, how I have it organized is, let me show you. That's how you enter my apartment, and this is like the living area, and I have a kitchen behind me. And then I have this like island divider here, and that divides the living room and the kitchen from my bedroom and my little office space. But I don't know if I would like this change. And I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. I think I really like this setup actually, so let me show you what it looks like. I have my table that I used to use as my office table here in the middle of where my kitchen is. I can also use it as a dining table. I just need a few more chairs because I only have one chair right now. And I'm using this storage shelf as a divider, which honestly I highly recommend this shelf. This is my second time purchasing it. I purchased it last house I lived in when I lived with roommates in college, and I keep rebuying it because it's absolutely amazing. I love the industrial look of it. I get the one with wheels, so it's so easy to move around and it acts as a divider. I'll put the link to where I got it down below. It's actually from Amazon. This video is not sponsored by that shelf. And on the other side, I have my living room and my bedroom area, and I kind of like that all my relaxation sections are on one side of the apartment and my work section is on this side of the apartment.
There's something about the way that you
Started yoga about 2 or 3 years ago, and it has honestly changed my life. Like, everyone talks about how good yoga is, but I don't think people really describe the exact reasons why yoga is so good. For me, yoga has really just opened up my mind and made me see the bigger picture, made me emotionally stronger, more emotionally resilient. You're able to imitate those feelings that you may get, like the frustration, like that twisting feeling you get in your body when you feel these kinds of anger on the mat through certain poses. So for example, we hold this pose called chair pose. So it's like this. I hope it doesn't look weird on camera. But we hold chair pose, which is essentially, it's a very uncomfortable pose. It's really like a wall sit, but then you have to stick your arms up and look up. And you try to sit lower and lower. And you hold it for a really long time. And the idea is, it starts to get really uncomfortable, and the only thing your body wants to do is stand up and relax. But instead what you do is you bring your hands behind your back and you puff open your chest, and this is like metaphorical for opening up your heart. And it's crazy because it really reflects in real life, because you're imitating that uncomfortableness. Some people feel anger. I personally feel anger when I'm in that position, and I know this is my immediate reaction to a lot of negative things in my life is anger. So I start to feel really angry. But the fact that you can, in that uncomfortable position, and still open your heart up on the mat really shows that you can do it off the mat, which just has made me such a better person.
There's something about the way that you understand.
So you get 3 or 4 people a day.
Don't need a rush, no plan.
Young age, trying to make it big. Now that I'm up, they all on my dick. No contract, just never thrown a brick. Just trying to keep it cool.